Hello vinyl community, this is Matt, and this would be my first video. Say hello vinyl community because I've heard everyone else say that on the videos I've watched so far. So we'll see how this goes. Just wanted to show you a couple of records that I've collected over the years. Recently ran across Sun Dodger 1 and a guy named Derek and a couple of other guys on YouTube that make the vinyl finds and the videos talking about their music, so had a lot of fun watching those and thought I would give it a shot myself. The first thing I just showed is, probably needs no introduction, this is the Butcher cover. I have had this since about 1978, I believe. Got it at a store in Dallas for $50 at the time. It was a second state, had the trunk cover pasted over it, and you could see Ringo's turtleneck black sweater there through the white part of the trunk cover, and you can also see where the trunk cover was steamed off by myself. I don't think you're really supposed to do that anymore. I think you're supposed to keep them the way they are, but this would have been, like I said, 1977, 78 when I got this, and tea kettle and a lot of time, and I got it done with, these are not rips, a few of these are, some of these are just pieces of paper from the old trunk cover that are still stuck on there. So that's pretty exciting, and I've had that for years. My Beatle collection, my record collection actually, is much smaller than it used to be. Everybody that I've watched the videos on here, the refrain is that once CDs came along, everybody sold off their vinyl and started buying CDs. That happened to me too, to some degree. I always liked vinyl better than CD, even back in the day when, back in 85, 86, when CDs were just coming out. Just thought it sounded better. I think CDs are great for the car. Not that I had a CD player in my car in 1985, but and I still buy CDs. I still have quite a few of them for the car, and when you can't get something on vinyl, I'll go with the CD, the complete Motown sets and so forth. Prefer vinyl if at all possible, but for me it wasn't so much the loss of was not the CDs coming in so much as 10 years or so later this thing called eBay came along, and I had started collecting records at a young age, and I had a huge collection, and I sold off tons of stuff that I wish I had not sold off now. Had a fairly large collection of Beatle 45 picture sleeves, the American ones, and French EPs, Mexican EPs, quite a few valuable solo and regular American picture sleeves, Rolling Stones picture sleeves from America, a lot of magazines, Cream, Trouser Press, Crawdaddy magazines. I had some Crawdaddy magazines from 1966 and 7, 68, Rolling Stone, which was but never a big fan of Rolling Stone past 69 or so, and the Hunter Thompson, some of the stuff. Anyway, sold off a ton of that, sold off a lot of Beatles, Yellow Submarine original 1964 memorabilia and so forth. Some Japanese pressings of the albums with the Obi strips. Had a copy of the Beatles story from Japan, which was a box set that opened up, and it had the two albums and a booklet in there that was a couple of booklets, I think. One of them was written in Japanese, one of them was written in English. Really wish I still had that. I could talk all day about things that I used to have that I no longer do, but I held on to the Butcher cover. I've had people want to buy that over the years. I'm not sure. It's not in the greatest of shape. It's mono, think that the stereo versions are more rare. It's just not in bad shape, but I just that was one of my always wanted things that I finally got. So there's that. But wanted to just go through some of the other records that I have. I've got a fairly large collection. I watched the videos of watched quite a few of these videos since I saw the first Sun Dodger 1 video, which was back in November, December, and see these people with this big, room full of million shelves of records, and I don't have all that. I do have a okay collection. I'm still buying. So anyway, let's get to some stuff, because that's enough about me. And if anyone watches this video and I make another one, I can ramble on about all sorts of other stuff. Numero Records, I discovered them, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, and they put out a lot of stuff, a lot of great soul compilations and power pop, and do a pretty good job of things. Here's a recent one of their releases. It is the Eccentric Soul Omnibus Volume 1, which is a vinyl record carrying case filled with 45s. There are 45 or 46 45s in here, and I fortunately pre-ordered in time to get the bonus, I think it's 45, and there's a bonus 46 45, which is the Soul Walkers Never Say You Don't Have It. There's also another Soul Walkers 45 in the regular set. This set is limited to 2,000 or 5,000 sets, and after that they say they're not going to make any more. I think they're still for sale, a little bit pricey, but kind of a neat deal. A lot of 45s to work through, a lot of cool labels on some of these. They all come on the original labels that the 45s came out on. So there's one in there that has a picture sleeve. It's pretty good stuff. It's about some really good stuff, some pretty good stuff, and there's maybe 20-30% of the stuff that I could not that jazzed about. But anyway, so that's a neat thing from Numero, and that came out in October, end of October, around Halloween, I believe. And it comes with a really not Numero's good on their liner notes with their sets. Their album sets are always really good, and this comes with, I don't know if you can see that there, with a book that tells where all the acts are from and a little bit of their background. A lot of people that you probably never heard of, but some really good music in here. There's someone in Fort Worth, Texas there that's where I am, so that's kind of neat. And I think the set is basically 1960, 65 or so up until about 1980 roughly. So it comes in that cool carrying case, which comes in, they've got a lot of color combinations. I got the orange and mustard yellow, and they've got green, red, blue, everything you can think of. So I got that extra 45, which that one's sold out now. The boxes, there's still some of those available. Let's see, a little bit of record store day stuff. This was record store day, not the Black Friday deal that just went, but regular record store day. The Knack live in Los Angeles. Kind of cool. Orange and yellow vinyl, I guess. Orangish vinyl. So Knack live in Los Angeles in 1978, so about a year before their first album came out. Sound quality, not that great on this, but I think they released that as a full album, and that was just a record store release. That was a I don't know if that one's numbered or not. It doesn't look like it is. So a couple of other record store releases. These are the Pete Townsend Quadrophenia demos, which are both numbered 6460 on this one and 3859. I don't remember what the run was because I don't have the paperwork for the record store day with me here. Actually, my favorite stuff on them is their early stuff from the first album up through the Who Sell Out, Tommy. But the 70s later day Who, some I like, some I'm kind of could do without. But that's that. Here's a couple of 10-inch records that I got way back in the 80s. I don't know, 80, 82, 83, if this says on there. Anyways, the Kinks. And these were just in the record store, probably Sound Warehouse or Peaches. And here's the other one. No colored vinyl or anything, just regular vinyl. But this is, thought this was funny. It's the Kinks, Shapes of Things to Come, being funny because that's a Yardbirds, not a Kinks song. Just kind of the hits on here. You really got me, All Day and All of the Night, End of the Day, Lola, Tired of Waiting, Sunny Afternoon, Waterloo Sunset, which is a great songs. And this one's kind of the Death of a Clown, Dead End Street, Well Respected Man, Autumn Almanac. There you go. So just got those in the record store, and I've had these for 30 years now or so. Kind of depressing there. So let me see how. What else? Another label that I discovered probably a year or two ago that I like, and I've been buying their stuff, is called Secret Stash Records. And they put out a lot of world music, some soul music, and one of them I have is what's that called? Soviet funk, which is Russian kids back in the 60s and 70s making funk music, or actually sounds more like jazz, but I'll show that another time. I don't have that out right now. But this one, Twin Cities Funk and Soul, it is Lost R&B from Minneapolis, St. Paul, 64 to 79. Some really good stuff on here. Secret Stash does their first release is always a limited edition, and then you can just get it as a regular release. These are on purple vinyl, and that was limited to 500 copies or 1,000 copies, or I forget. Comes with this kind of a newspaper, but it has information about all the different bands in the on the record. Good thing about Secret Stash, they always include a card when you buy the vinyl, maybe with the CD too. I'm not sure. I've never bought a CD from them, that lets you download onto your computer, download the album. This one also, after they released the Twin Cities set, which they've sold out of the purple vinyl, just have the regular vinyl, they released a extra 45 from it that was not on the album, and because of the manufacturer messed up, so you have the LP size hole instead of the big hole for the regular size 45 hole, and that was limited to 500 copies, and I got 35 of 500, so that's kind of neat. And this Prophets of Peace group is who that is. They've got a cut on the album too, but it's a different song. Okay, what else? Here is a very exciting cover. Love the artwork on this. It is Ram Mono, the Ram set that Paul McCartney put out here, what was that, last year? And this is the mono LP that was sent to the radio stations back in 1971. Nothing on the label other than Ram, and I don't know what that number. Then the back side is a blank label. I don't know if that means that they're numbered. This is supposed to be a limited edition, but I think they're still around, and I don't know if that's copy 5426 or if that's just on all of them. Mono version of this sounds really great, especially on vinyl. With the Ram box set with the CDs and all, you get the mono and the stereo on CD too. I think the vinyl sounds a little bit better, but that's a neat deal. The cover on this is really kind of flimsy though. That's one drawback. So I keep that record separate so it doesn't get bent up and torn up. Let's see, Daptone Records. That's another thing that I've been buying for several years. This is Sharon Jones and the Daptones' latest album, I think, which now at this point is a couple of years old. I learned the hard way, but instead of on a record, well, it is on a record, or records. This is just a limited edition box set of the whole album on 45s. There's several 45s in here, and there are 12 45s, I believe, and I think that it has everything on the regular album, and it has some a few extra songs that are alternate takes, or it's been a while since I've listened to this, exclusive instrumentals or whatever, but that's kind of cool. It's there you go. So there's that. Was trying to figure out what to show on the first video, because picking out things is difficult the first time around, I guess, but hope to do some more videos. I hope everybody's not asleep already out there or turned off and gone away. But looking through some of my records, I ran across these weird little things that I had forgotten all about, and I bought these 10 years ago or so. That will be Patty Duke of the Patty Duke Show back in the early 60s. And these are songs on the Patty Duke Show by these bands that were kind of late 90s, early 2000 bands. I think these came out around 2000, 2001. The Folds Open, and this is from topqualityrockandroll.com, and it's got a Pepto-Bismol pink EP, and then there are 4 of these things apparently, and I only got 2. I think they are all sold out now because, like I said, these were from 10 years or so ago. Here's the that is first one I showed was the second one, and I think this is the third one. And there's Patty Duke again, and there are the artists that are covering songs from the old Patty Duke show: Gore Girls, Hissy Fits, Slumber Party, who I had heard at Gore Girls. They play them on Little Steven's Underground Garage every once in a while. Tourister, The Beauties, some of these I had never heard of, and anyway, that is a double EP set on orange vinyl. There's a picture of Patty Duke on one side and the label on the other, the song listing on the other. Second one is the same. It's orange vinyl. That's a double EP set, which is what 2 EPs would be. The quality of the music here is so-so. These songs date back to the early 60s, and what you have are these kind of 90s sounding, not Riot Girl, but kind of, I don't know, 90s sounding groups doing these old 60s songs, and out of everything there's one song that I like. The rest of it's, yeah, but they're nice to have. I really don't know why I bought them. I just thought they were neat on the colored vinyl. Like I said, I got them back around 201 or so, and fun to have. I don't really listen to them too much. I listened to them the other day when I was going through my record collection. First time I'd listened to them forever, and I think it'll be a while before I listen to them again. Anyway, speaking of Patty Duke, found this at Half Price Books about a year ago. $3.98, so I figured why not. I love the old 60s girl group stuff, Shangri-Las and Crystals and I'll show sometime. I've got that One Kiss Leads to Another box set from Rhino from a few years ago, and all that stuff I love. Patty Duke, probably better actor than a singer. It's kind of fun to listen to every once in a while, but it's others did this a lot better back in the 60s, I'll say that. So what else? I should wrap this up really. Here are some more numero things. These are double EPs that I just recently got. This band is called Pretty, and good stuff here. It's kind of a psychedelic 60s, 67, 68 type stuff. This band, the Cave Dwellers, are kind of more 65, 66 type, dating from back then. This band, with the dirty word there, so it'd be nice and censor that. Wicked Lester, 1979 or 80 or so. Kind of hard rock meets power pop meets new wave. Cheap Trick crossed with Kiss, but all of these are pretty good. There's 2 EPs. Both have all those sets have some good songs on them. So here is I was going to show the 13th floor elevators box. I'll do that later. Next time I do a post. Here is something. This is what label is this? I forget. I don't know. Brazilian guitar fuzz bananas, and it is music from the 60s of kids down in Brazil, I guess, that after the Beatles and so forth came along, and they started bands down there just like kids in England and America and everyone else did. The first song, if you can read that, Tima de Batman, I think it is a crazy psych hit. It's just great stuff. It's Robin gets in trouble, calls for Batman. Instead of getting the regular Batman, he gets the Brazilian Batman, who flies out on Sputnik to rescue him, and it's about as crazy as that sounds, and kind of like a Yardbirds, Great Lost Yardbirds track, sort of reminds me of Happenings 10 years time ago, but just mixed with maybe See Emily Play. I don't know. But everything on here is a double album, and got a book that tells. It's funny because a lot of this they don't even know who played on these records because they're so obscure apparently. But this same label did several double albums of this type of stuff from South America and Africa and all over the world. It's regular black vinyl. The labels are nothing too spectacular, but the music is great. They are definitely worth tracking down. So, I've rambled on for way too long, so I'm going to cut it here. We'll see how this goes. Hope that somebody watches it. Maybe we'll see. And if they do, I'll make another one. Here's my Jefferson Airplane t-shirt. So, for now, hope to see you all again, vinyl community, and if you're asleep, wake up, and talk to you later.